Afternoon. Good.
You had a special guest today, Warren Sapp. What brought that about and your observations of him?
Me and him have a good relationship, and wanted to bring him in just to teach the D-line a few things. Coach Rogers and Coach Lowe were all for it, so thought it'd be a good idea to learn from a guy that's done it recently, or more recent than the coaches have, and it'd be good for the guys to hear and see a different perspective.
Coach, we have a chance to talk to Kyle later today. Just what have you observed in terms of his grasp of the offense, but his accuracy, his ability to throw the ball? How's he looked out there to you?
Well, his accuracy's been good. Again, wearing shorts and T-shirts, so they know they're not going to get hit. The accuracy is going to be good from every quarterback, but he's picking up the scheme well. He's making all the right reads right now, and we're getting to see him in some competitive periods that's making him make some quick decisions, and we like what we see.
Just from what you've observed, what's your assessment of Andre Anthony, and what did you like about him in the draft process, Todd?
Well, we liked him before he got hurt, and he's a height, weight, and speed guy. Obviously, as an outside backer, he had some success in sacks early on before he got hurt. He came back, actually, when we drafted him, in better shape than I thought he would, and he's still getting his feet wet, but he's confident more and more with his leg, and in training camp, I really look to see him take off.
How much are you looking forward to next week, Todd, in terms of full participation? Is there anyone that has to be excused or that you don't expect to be here next week?
As of right now, I expect everyone to be here. Looking forward to all the guys just getting back together, really the camaraderie, and trying to pick up some of the things we learned in Phase 2 and this OTA camp and bring it on home in Minicamp.
Coach, you've mentioned with the younger players that right now it's about learning the information, retaining it, and if you make a mistake, don't make the same mistake twice. Do you feel like a lot of the young guys, the rookie class and second-year players are retaining that information as you move forward?
I feel like we got better. I think we had 6 good practices. I think we had 1 bad one last Thursday. Not so much bad, but a lot of Emmys, but a lot of new things went in. But I think overall they're taking it in well.
One of the things Casey Rogers was talking about, especially with your big tall guys up front, is getting more batted balls this year. If you can't get to the quarterback, affect the throw, knock it down, etc. Can you just speak to that emphasis this year that you guys are putting on your outside linebackers, your defensive line?
Well, it's important because we got a lot of 3-step drops last year, and the ball was coming out quick. So even if you were clean, you weren't getting there. So we got to have better emphasis on seeing the quarterback when he's raising up and when we can get our hands up to bat some more balls down, because we're not getting there for the sack because the ball's coming out too fast.
Todd, you had some bad news yesterday that Travis Johnson had gotten arrested here in town. Jason had put out kind of a statement that the team was aware of it. Just want to ask you where things stand for him. Obviously, you guys have gone a long time without having to do with a player arrest.
Well, as of right now, he's no longer with the team.
Anything else?
Coach, is there, I know we'll probably find out more about this when we get to training camp or regular practice, but for you, what kind of things do you think you'll install or that will look different, if any? Will it be more good on good? Will it be more 2-minute? Will it be just what do you think you want to emphasize when we get either next week or the training camp that might look different to us?
They'll be more good on good, but not more in a physical sense, but more in a competitive situational standpoint sense as far as executing plays, whether it's 4th and goal on the 5-yard line, whether it's a 2-minute drive, whether it's 3rd downs, whether it's backed up. We'll emphasize more situational things with good on good, with the defense understanding what the offense is trying to do and vice versa. So it'll be a little bit more of that, but for the most part, schedule-wise, we'll have a lot of the same things, but there'll be some tweaks in different periods.
It looked like we saw Ponder working a little bit inside as well. Is that just the nature of being as shorthanded as you are right now?
Just shorthanded. Our outside backers go inside anyway. It's just part of some of the things we're working on.
Todd, the Bucs have been a very heavy blitzing team the last couple of years. So last year, I think they led the league. Todd, is that more a reflection of the personnel that you're working with, or kind of your defensive philosophy?
It's a little bit of both. I'm more of an aggressive guy by nature, but you got to be smart with it as well, and you can't hang the secondary out to dry all the time, and you got to speed the D-line up sometimes. It all depends on game plan, what we think we can take advantage of, but I don't think you can get there just rushing forward. I don't think you can be successful just blitzing. So we got to have a good mix of it, and we try to do that.
Todd, are there any tangible changes to the practice structure compared to what you guys were doing last year in terms of practicing longer, practicing harder, if you will, anything different from what the plan was?
We've always practiced hard. I think we stretch in the beginning. More guys have soft tissue injuries, so we're trying to take care of that and make sure we stretch and get them good and loose this camp. But for the most part, not many changes.
You've been around Logan Hall now for about a month, and you're not going to be able to make a lot of evaluations on him until the pads come on. But what have you seen from him so far, just out here in bag drills, in your 11-on-11 periods that has caught your eye, or where have you seen any type of improvement from him?
Well, we like the athleticism. He's learning how to play with his pads lower, taking on double teams and understanding when to drop his knee and not just bouncing up, rushing the passer. But he's a very good athlete. We haven't had that kind of athlete inside in a while since we've been here, so we just look forward to him getting better and better scheme-wise and then taking advantage of his athleticism.
You plan on watching Tom during the match?
If I'm not in meetings, I'll catch a round or two.
You'll play golf with him?
I don't think I'm good enough right now.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.